Okay, we're having a little hard time getting. There, scoot over this way. But getting. We're having technical difficulties, and I think it's because I'm already. Oh, my hair's so frizzy. Well, anyway. So, I decided we should do our Manic Stitchin movie cow. Because we've watched this movie months ago, and we've watched a few movies since then for it, and so we got to get on the ball. Um, so we watched Shutter Island. I don't know if you guys have ever watched it, but if you like a psychological thriller, like really mess with your brain kind of thing, you need to watch it. I had forgotten I watched it before, but once I started watching, I was like, oh yeah, I remember now. Not, I didn't forget it because it wasn't good. It is excellent. I just watched so many movies. I guess I forget. But he hadn't watched, or had you watched it?
I never watched it.
He had not watched it before. I will watch it again. Like, it's just one of those that, oh, you gotta watch it to understand. And let's just say that some of the stuff that I talk about, it, of course, I would love this movie. Um, uh, okay, spoiler alert. Stop watching if you've not watched it and you don't want a spoiler. I'll give you a one down, five, four, three, two, one. Okay, so Leonardo DiCaprio is in it, and he's a mental patient. Okay, and if you've watched it, you know this. Well, it is so weird because I've been in a mental institution, and there are people who live in that other reality, like their life really is this other person and place kind of thing. It's just wild. And so to watch it, and then of course, the beginning of the movie, I didn't guess. Well, I did kind of closer to the end. The first time I watched it, I kind of knew something wasn't right, quite right. But I don't think that starting out you can really guess that that's what's going on. And so I absolutely love the movie. My Stitch part of it, okay, so I told y'all this would reappear. I put the lighthouse on a square. The square's gray because if you watch the movie, you know that it's very gray and dark in the movie. And then of course there's a scene that ends up in a lighthouse. And so I just figured I did the lighthouse for Vlogist, and I needed a lighthouse for this, so that's why I did the applique. So there is that. We have movies we have to catch up on. Other than that, he's gonna read. Well, he's gonna tell you what he thought of the movie and read you the trivia.
I loved it. This is one of those movies where it's unpredictable until the very end, and then you start realizing how well it was written because everything starts coming together and making sense. And this movie made the viewer feel like they were being manipulated also because we believe one thing along with Leonardo DiCaprio's character, and then at the end it's revealed something else entirely is going on. It's insane, pun intended. All right, starring Leonardo DiCaprio as Teddy Daniels, Emily Mortimer as Rachel One. I guess there's more than one Rachel. Mark Ruffalo as Chuck Oulé, Ben Kingsley as Dr. Cawley, Michelle Williams as Dolores, yeah, and then Patricia Clarkson as Rachel too. I forgot there's more than one. All right, so let's get to some trivia real quick. I love you. I love you. It says Mark Ruffalo won the role of Chuck after sending Martin Scorsese a fan letter saying how much he wanted to work with him. The title, Shutter Island, is an anagram of the phrase truth and lies and truth/denials. That's interesting. I never thought about that. The music that accompanies the opening Paramount logo and credits that follow are taken from a sample of the soundtrack from The Shining. The quote, "Remember us, for we too have lived, loved, and laughed," seen on a plaque on the way to the mental institution, is taken from Medfield's Vine Lake Cemetery. A contest was held to come up with a quote to be used on a stone marker as a remembrance for those who died in the 1918 influenza epidemic known as the Spanish flu. And finally, the working title for the movie was Ashcliff, the name of the insane asylum. So,
Cool stuff, y'all.
filmed in 4 months.
If you haven't watched Shutter Island, I recommend it. Highly recommend it. I own it on DVD, so we can just watch it whenever we want. A very, very good movie. And I love thrillers, especially psychological thrillers. They're my favorites, I think. I love a few romantic movies and stuff, but I love those ones that keep me guessing and really screw with your mind kind of thing. So
I really like them whenever they have that big reveal at the end, and then all the pieces from the movie start coming together, and then it's something else.
So that's our movie and Manic Stitchin movie cow. And of course, don't forget this. Maybe that'll be a thumbnail. And we will be hopefully next week we'll review the 2 movies we watched last night, because we're probably gonna start our spooky season and watch all the Friday the 13th. Because we watch a scary movie for 31 days of October usually, but since it's Friday 13th today, we'll start from here. Maybe we'll watch all the Friday the 13th and get those out of the way, so we can have other ones to watch in October. But yeah, so have a great day, and I'll be talking to y'all later.